Welcome back to Tamakoa Homestead. We are a young family that have bought a piece of land, raw, unused, out in the Klein Karoo in South Africa, that we are slowly converting into our, hopefully to be forever homestead. There is currently nothing on the land besides what we have already done, which is small. We have managed to get some water security from a waterfall from the mountain. We have managed to start the planting of a fruit orchard and also start the beginnings of what is going to be an incredible tiny house project. We'd love for you to join us on this journey as we create this homestead from scratch out in this beautiful, beautiful rugged terrain. But let's get into what we're doing today. And that is, as you can see behind me, I'm standing in the fruit orchard. And the fruit orchard is really taking strain. The clay ground is starting to harden up, dry out, and it's not getting water as frequent as it should. At the moment, it's weekly when I get here, and then it gets one soaking. It needs to happen more often. Now, in last week's episode, let's try that again, I set up irrigation on my trees on the homestead using a timer, pipe, drippers, all of that. Today we're doing the same for the fruit orchard with some slight differences. We're not using drippers. You'll see what we're going to use. But ultimately, these 32 fruit trees in the fruit orchard after today are going to get irrigated on a regular schedule for a certain duration during the best time of the day, so that we're not having incredibly stressed trees, which is what we have right now. We've also lost one or two. So today is going to be not as hard work as last week, as we absolutely smashed that road trying to get that sorted, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I hope you're going to enjoy it. I hope you're going to learn a few things, because it took me a lot of learning to get to this point. But let's get about 200 meters of piping rolled out and 32 individual drippers, sprinklers, all of that set up, so you can see how this fruit orchard gets onto automatic irrigation. Okay, so what we're doing is we have 5 individual rows here for the 5 rows of fruit trees. Then we have a main line down here, and then a bag of fittings. So we're going to put an L bracket on the ends and then T brackets for all the rows. That's going to be the first thing. And then the ends, we're just going to put stoppers or just fold the pipe over and cable tie. We'll see. And then it's just a matter of punching holes, sticking in. So this entire process is actually really, really simple, but it's going to make a huge, huge difference. Then in last week's episode, I made a very unique announcement that the app is launched. So if you haven't, well, it hasn't launched yet. It was like a pre-invitation to all of you watching. So the same applies. Whoa. The app is launching at the end of the month. So if you want to go check it out, there's a link in the description. There's a guest account on the login screen. You can go to the guest account, you can play around, but it's an incredible app. made for people that are doing exactly this. So all of this work here, I'm going to be logging in the app when the irrigation went on. I'm going to put in a journal entry so that in 5-10 years time, when I can't remember when I did this, I'll have an entire information log with all of that. So we're going to get the brackets all mounted, have some lunch, and then punch some holes. So here is the moment of truth. I've got the batteries, the water is open, everything is clipped in, but the ground is so rock hard, I can't get the pegs into the ground. So I'm going to switch this on, let them do their cycling, turning things, get the ground a little bit wet, and I can knock the stakes into position. But this is the moment of truth to see whether, first of all, whether it'll switch on, and then second of all, whether this actually works, because it's about 200 meters of pipe and 37 of the drippers installed, or this microdrip sprayer. So let's see if and how this works. It's getting there. You can hear it down at the bottom. There we go, those are turning. These should be next. This thing is spinning so fast. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's gonna work. This is really gonna work. And then when they're up, they're going to have a good spread like this. Guys, I must say, there is absolutely nothing better than being out here and something working. And not just something working better than what you thought it would. Like, I thought this was probably going to work and we'll get some, like maybe a 10-15 centimeter radius. This is filling the entire basin. Look at how cool that is. The entire diameter of the basin, which I think is 2 meters in total, is being filled. And I mean, look at this one right here. That is absolutely bloody perfect. And what's also really cool is it comes out at 0.8 liters per minute, which is very little, considering the drippers on that side are 8 liters a minute, but obviously I'm running that significantly less time. This can go on for 3 hours and it will give a really, really good diameter soaking that is genuinely soaking into the ground. It's not just dripping and then like small little section going. It's a massive 2 meter radius and soaking. I mean, just look at that. That is so, so, so awesome. Then what I'm going to do is I'll show you, or you probably would have seen, I can't remember what order I'm doing this in. Once this is soaked a little bit, I bought all my green manure seeds with. So I'm going to then roughen up the soil around the edges. And then the full circle I'm going to plant with green manure seeds. So the idea is this entire circle is going to get filled with the goodness of a cover crop. This has been an epic, epic day. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for coming along on this journey. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so you can see how these beautiful, beautiful basins are able to turn into an abundant fruit orchard here on Tamakoa Homestead in the Klein Karoo in South Africa. Until next time, happy homesteading.